right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV, WBC has unveiled Errol Spence's mandatory, Danny Garcia. I told you guys this like a month ago. Let's talk about it. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos, all right? And I said this first, all right? And I ain't going to get credit. People saying, oh, man, you lying, or how Danny the mandatory, Yugas just fought a title eliminator. You know, people going around saying that Errol Spence getting forced to fight Danny Garcia. At the end of the day, or then, you know, he getting forced. All I knew was it was going to be ordered as the mandatory. I knew that before the fight. I told you guys this months ago that Danny Garcia was going to have an opportunity to fight Errol Spence, and the WBC was going to be the mandatory. If he did not want that fight, then, you know, they would have went another route, maybe ordered Yugas, or perhaps maybe even the Sean Porter rematch as we know it now, how close the fight is. But they ordered Danny Garcia. Everything I'm hearing is Errol Spence is still going to be able to accommodate the date of January 25th, which is take place at the Staples Center in LA. So, at the end of the day, I guess, you know, I'm not sure if he messed up that bad or whatever the situation is with that, but it's a fight that Al want. Danny Garcia put asses in the seats. In actuality, I feel that this is a fight that should be at the Barclays Center because Danny Garcia is a good big pool there. Errol Spence has some fights there and has some successful attendance numbers, especially with Lamont Peterson when they almost packed the house with around 15,000 people in attendance. I feel that this is an East Coast fight, but maybe they trying to establish a LA dominance, you know, or they boxing in South Central LA. But the whole thing about that is that with the Lakers and the Clippers doing well, I think all the booming business downtown LA with both teams doing well, maybe it's some room in there for boxing to really get the booming too. But the fight in general, I knew it was coming, so I already was sizing it up. And all Errol Spence has got to do what he did versus Mikey Garcia in that box. He got the superior speed. He got the superior jab. And only way Danny Garcia is going to win if he catches him or Errol Spence get aggressive and he get caught. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that he should just fight, do everything off the jab. He should keep it basic, vanilla, no man down. Just box Danny, and then towards the end, when you take the air out the tires and beat the body up, then maybe try to go for the kill shot down the stretch. But Danny Garcia said he's seen something that he can exploit versus Errol Spence. But I don't know. You know, just because Sean did some things don't mean Danny Garcia got the speed, the stamina, or just the physical strength that Sean Porter brought. Sean Porter and Derevchenko, two snack fighters, was in supreme shape for their fights versus Spence and Golovkin. Can Danny Garcia be in that shape? Can Danny Garcia, you know, punching bunches like Sean Porter do? He is very, very slow. So Errol Spence is going to have a huge speed advantage. I felt that Sean was the faster fighter, and I believe it showed. He was the faster, shiftier fighter. Errol is a stiff fighter. He ain't the slickest, but he can box, and he can keep things basic, and he can just pick Danny apart from the outside. Even if he wanted to take the fight on the inside and beat Danny up, I think he could do well there in bullying Danny on the inside. But the problem comes if you do fight Danny on the inside is that if you don't bring your hands back home, or you don't get ready to defend, or you get lazy, and like I said, don't bring your hands back home and your chin fly up, the Errol Spence kid get hurt, especially coming off the accident. You know what I'm saying? And him 100% not being healed. I just feel like they rushing this dude back, to be honest, because they got a date already booked. And I don't think Manny Pacquiao could fight in January as well. So Manny and Mikey can't take that day. And a lot of days in LA is very, very scarce, far few in between, because of the Lakers and the Clippers and concerts and just the spectacle downtown LA is. So, of course they could fight on the US campus of USC, but it's nothing like the Staples Center in South Central. You know, they can try the new form, and then, you know, the Clippers got a new arena that's going to be opening up. That's years down the line. And then the Rams got a new arena that's going to be opening up. I think that's a year or two away. But I just feel Errol should just keep it basic. He should box him. use his jab, everything off the jab, keep it from a distance, and use the ring and use your superior athletic and boxing ability and keep Danny on the inside. But hey, if he feel like, Angel Garcia getting his head like he did with Amir Khan, where Amir Khan just had to stay on the outside and keep shit simple and just use his speed to outpoint and outmaneuver Danny Garcia, but he let Angel get inside his head, he gonna get stretched. He might get stretched by Danny Garcia. All right. If Errol get hit, sometime, now he's stepping up in competition versus Shine. And even Mikey kind of touched him early on. He can't afford that to happen with Danny Garcia. He can't afford to get hit and then he get his macho man on and then he want to jump back in with Danny Garcia and go to war with him and it turn into a war. That's Danny Garcia game. Make Danny Garcia cut the ring off, which he can't. You know what I'm saying? Make Danny Garcia cut the ring off and just box that motherfucker and get your decision or try to close the show at the end. There's nothing else to prove. Stick that jab on him, put that straight left on him, mix in the hook, mix in some body work, a little jab to the stomach, straight left to the stomach, and just keep it simple. It's no point playing with fire here. Danny is the bigger puncher between the two. But Danny got the slower feet, slower hands. But once you get close to Danny got great timing and he got great counter punching, and that's the recipe. The punch that you don't see that can hurt you, but at the end of the day, it's any fight is a dangerous fight coming off the accident that he went through. You know what I'm saying? Any fight, especially with a puncher, because if Errol think he healthy or they rushing Errol Spence because they got a date venue that they may not be able to get again, and they rush him and Danny Garcia, hit him and injure him and he win because he injured, I think they rushing this kid back. In actuality, this kid shouldn't come back till June. But unfortunately, he dug his own grave and he got 2 mandatories. He got the IBF and he got a WBC mandatory. So, and he got a Pacquiao date that, PBC is trying to make happen at the end of the year. So at the end of the day, he need to suffice his mandatories first. And then he can go on and fight Pacquiao without getting stripped. But he did it to himself. And now he in a position where he finally get the fights. Now he more vulnerable than any ever. Not Pacquiao calling him out. Freddie Russell, we want that fight now because they know he went through trauma. Nobody gonna recover from that trauma and be ready by January 100%, man. But at the end of the day, if Danny Garcia is the beneficiary of that accident, and he get the win. Y'all can't get mad at Danny Garcia. Get mad at the dude who was drinking and driving. But the WBC, this already been in the works, man. I knew about this 2 or 3 months ago, and I was saying it, So it's no shocker to me. And everybody was questioning, you come in one of your videos saying that you heard, hey, man, I told you, shit changed sometimes, but I was right on this one. So Danny Garcia is the mandatory, like I said, over Ugas. And I think they might order Ugas and Sean Porter to fight to be the next mandatory. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's a straight fight. I still feel like he should be fighting Crawford, but I do understand that ain't going to happen. So I take it. I think Danny Garcia got a chance. If Errol Spence, he already injured, but if Errol Spence fight like an idiot, and he try to fight man down and go toe-to-toe Danny Garcia and get dragged into a war, let Angel get in his head, Danny Garcia got a huge chance of winning. If he just boxes his ears off, it should be one of the most easiest fights for the guy, in my opinion. It should be a very, very simple, easy fight. But it's just my humble opinion. But look forward to it. I heard Canelo and Kovalev going to be at the movie theaters, so y'all can check that out. I didn't know if it was, but it will be. They will be showing the zone in the movie theaters. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't have no other news. They had a few fights they ordered that don't matter, but I'll link the article in the description from the boxing scene in the description under the article link. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, a video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video, man. Watching this Blazer game. But I appreciate the love, support, man. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, you can check out my other channel, Motor City Sports Talking with y'all on social media. All the links in the description. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The email if you need to reach out to me. All the links there. One time for the one time we gone.